Hi everybody, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee, and this is Oberon's outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's my weekly show, and it's about the emotional things in our lives, whether they're actual love, primary relationships, or if there are any of the other kinds of strong emotional, bonded kind of situations in our lives. So I do this reading for each sign of the zodiac, and this week I'm going to use the Final Rose Tarot. I used to use it a while ago for this show, and then I moved on to another deck, but I'm coming back to it because, of course, this is the first show of TFT Tarot for Today's Super Tarot Love Month. And it's our special little tribute to Valentine's Day all month long. And so we're going to try to emphasize love or relationship or emotional type readings in various shows we do, or some of the other stuff we do. We might possibly have a special episode of some sort. We'll have to see. We're a little unfocused lately. At any rate, we're going to get started. And like I said, these are the readings for the elemental signs of the zodiac. So we start with Aries, and we're going to read two cards, the top and the bottom card. The top card represents the challenges or opportunities that are emotional coming in this week ahead. It's Justice reversed from this deck. I had to take a look, but it's Justice reversed. And the challenge that's probably not going to be too much of an opportunity is feeling like something emotional or something about your emotional relationships is being challenged, or one in particular, and that maybe there's contestment about whether you've been faithful or whether they've been faithful. If this is maybe you looking at the situation, you may find that maybe somebody feels they're misjudged, or maybe you feel you are being misjudged. So Aries, what is the action required? And it is, wow, it's our bonus card. It's the extra card. It's called the Producer Plant, but it's reversed. And I don't know, that's like a freebie card. That's a free-for-all card, Aries. I could say it really means anything I want it to say. As a producer plant, what's the opposite of that? Is that maybe you really know what you need to do. You don't need somebody to sort of throw in a situation and fake things. This is not about faking it. This may very well be that somebody feels an injustice has been done, and that emotionally this is going to make life uncomfortable, and that you might have to try to change a perception, which to me could also be what that card represents too. So I'm going to move on now to the third card, which will come from the Incubus Tarot. And this is, of course, for the part of the show that I call Who's Going to Get Lucky? Will you get lucky? And it's the idea that somebody might have a romantic but lucky encounter that they hadn't expected. So, Aries, will that be you? And the card is a major arcana, so that means good luck. And it's the Devil. Good luck indeed. So when you think about it, this probably means you could get lucky, but romantically speaking or otherwise, but it may involve you loosening a sense of oppression you have. Like maybe you have negative baggage or feelings about either getting lucky itself or about what the prospects are, about who it might be that you feel it involves a power or relationship differential that you don't want to get into. But I'm not a therapist, so I'm going to move on from that. I think I should. And I'm going to eliminate the producer plant from this deck for now. I'm not sure how it got in there. I usually keep it aside. We're going to move on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Taurus, what are the opportunities or challenges that are, we'll say, emotional, possibly romantic in nature? And it's the Magician. So you have an opportunity to pretty much make some magic happen. This could be sleight of hand, this could be trickery, but you have the ability to maybe make yourself look larger than life, make yourself appear the way you want to if there's a prospect of, some sort of relationship or situation that you really want to master. The Magician is the master of their trade and therefore symbolically the master of a lot of trades. But a lot of what the Magician represents in a reading like this would be saying appearances, would be saying putting on a glamour, a facade, an appearance that maybe helps you work the magic that you want to work here. In this case, it could be trying to find an opportunity to move forward in a relationship or ahead in a relationship. But from the bottom of the deck, what is the action required? And it's death reversed. And so that's maybe, very counterintuitive in a way, because this card indicates that you should probably really slow down, that you should, maybe not quickly, but slowly arise to any action. Like literally, this is saying it would be okay to be a slowpoke, inert. So, will Taurus get lucky this week? No. It's the Ten of Swords. Somebody's going to stab you in the back about this situation, that maybe there's something was improper going on here and they're going to reveal that, or maybe you will find that you need to reveal that the object of what you might have been seeking emotionally, some sort of get lucky situation, there is danger here, and you probably don't want to do it. That maybe this involves somebody getting even with somebody for some reason. I don't understand that. I'm going to move on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This one is for you. What are the emotional challenges or situations in your life? The opportunities. That's what I meant to say. Challenges or opportunities. There's an opportunity here to really be expressive. This could be romantically, this could be in a relationship. There may be something you really want to create in the relationship. Now, this could be the very basic from somebody that maybe Gemini is looking to start a family, and so pay attention to the last card. This could literally represent that sort of creative aspect of creating life. But more likely, what it means for Geminis is that this card represents your opportunities to create something beautiful and something that gives, pleasure to others, that maybe has a lot of scope. So it sounds like either a project you could be involved in, but it could be a relationship too, that maybe, moving ahead in this relationship creates, something really astonishingly fruitful and productive. So what is the energy or the action required? And it's the 10 of Pentacles. It says rings. It's the 10 of Pentacles. And it seems like this is structuring around, your family or a family situation, what is considered the foundation around you. So it could be structures of friendships or things like that. But what you need to do is probably pull yourself together in a certain way, Gemini. Look at what your foundational strengths are. Look at who supports you or how you are being supported in this matter. So will you get lucky, though? And it's, yes, but it will come at a price. It's the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is reversed. You may have to really let a certain amount of control go here. Even though you're looking for support or foundation around you, you might have to trust others to know, what's best for you and let you, follow a course that maybe has more to do with what they're expressing towards you. It's kind of cryptic in a way. I'm going to let it go. And now we'll move on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And once again, I'm using the Final Rose Tarot. So Cancer, what is the challenge or opportunity in this week ahead? And it's justice. And I think Aries had that, but it was reversed for them. So justice in this sense, Cancer, means maybe a certain level of balance too. Maybe this also means really understanding what is fair in a relationship, and that maybe, if you're dealing with questions about whether a relationship really has a sense of being committed, or whether there's freedom within the relationship to make choices, so is it a casual relationship, or is it more of a dedicated kind of relationship? What is the energy required? It's the Lovers reversed. And the energy required may be to let somebody make the choice that they shouldn't be making, but maybe it's the only way they're going to learn something. The Lovers reversed is indicating choosing something that maybe is flashy or vice laden and thinking that that's what's really going to work out for you, but it's not. And of course, it sounds a little moralistic, so you can put it in whatever parameters you want. That this is basically about making a choice that is bad for you, but the action required is maybe letting somebody make that choice. So is Cancer going to get lucky? And yes, with a price. It's the reversed Two of Pentacles. Maybe you two have to lose a little bit of control in order in order to get lucky, or in order to have that kind of situation move forward. you're going to have to let yourself be more vulnerable in a way. Just what you need. All those cards have sort of dualistic overtones. So we're going to move on to Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo, what is the opportunity or challenge? It's judgment. Again, you're in the same situation as the preceding sign, Cancer. You may have to figure out, if there's something fair about what's going on in your life right now with a relationship or a situation with strong emotions attached. And maybe you're feeling that there's a question going on here. So you're challenged to really find out what is truth. What is truth in this matter? And the action required is the Five of Rings. That's the Five of Pentacles. Insecure. Maybe you feel you can't get to that point. Maybe you feel that somehow you're not able to see what's coming at you, and you fear it could be harmful. You want to get to somewhere safe, but you don't feel you can do that. You're sort of trapped where you're at. And so there's really no sense of an action required other than trying to avoid being in that situation if at all possible. So Leo, will you get lucky? And it's maybe good luck. It's good luck. It's the world reversed. There's a sense here of maybe accepting imperfection, or accepting the fact that maybe there's a false start and you have to really start all over and regain your momentum. So it may pertain to a relationship or a situation involving strong emotions, but maybe you would. Good luck. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about justice showing up all the time. That's really kind of creepy. I hope it doesn't again. But we're on to Virgo now, Sun, Moon, Rising. Crossing my fingers. Yay. So, Virgo, what is the challenge or opportunity? It's the Three of Pentacles. No, I'm sorry, Three of Swords. And it says red flags, but in my wisdom as a tarot reader, I think the Three of Swords is really saying getting through what's coming is going to be really rough. The challenge or the opportunity, it's really a challenge, is something maybe is cutting themselves off from you, or sort of feeling like they need their own space, and there's a sense of pain, or there's a sense that they have to get away, and there's no true sense on whether or not this is repairable, or at least at this time. So it just sort of feels like something is breaking and falling apart, and that's the challenge, I suppose, is getting through it. So what is the action required? It's the Five of Roses, the Five of Wands, and it looks like two guys wrestling. So it's a sense of competition. And so for Virgo, I think that the action required is to realize that maybe there is something that is sort of a game going on here, and that maybe things aren't exactly as they look. Maybe things are more intended or less intended for some reason. Still, a pain is a pain. I'm not asking you to forgive that, but there may be more to understand, and hopefully you'll be able to, Virgo. Now, will you get lucky? And yes, but you will have to work at it. And it's the Ten of Wands, and boy, will you have to work at it, because the Ten of Wands usually denotes some sense of a burden or an obligation that you seem to be forced to hold or carry. And so working at the situation towards getting lucky means figuring out how to lose that weight that you're left with. Good luck with that, Virgos. And we will move on to Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Libra, what is the challenge or opportunity? It's the Lovers reversed, which we had recently for someone else in a different way. The Lovers reversed, Libra, your challenge is realizing that maybe you are choosing the wrong thing, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a situation. There's something that maybe you thought would be a happier situation, but it's not. And so maybe you're trying to figure out what you can do to repair this. So the action required, I don't know, the action required is to try and learn the lesson that perhaps you've been at this point before, that maybe this is a situation, and you're no different from anyone, Libra. We all occasionally have lessons that we can't figure out how to move, or we're too stubborn to want to try to learn them. And that could be the case here. Making the same choices over and over again only results in the same results again, and it doesn't get you anywhere. Will Libra be lucky this week? Yes, but you'll have to work at it. And it's the Page of Wands. And it's saying that maybe it works, but maybe it'll be really easy to miss that opportunity. You have to really watch for it, because it may move quickly, it may shift, it may vanish before it actually gets there in a way. So we will now move on to Scorpio. That's my sign. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Scorpio. Opportunity or challenge for Scorpios. And it's the Six of Cups, or Six of Flutes. It's upright. You have an opportunity to really feel some sort of sense of at ease, and feel a sense of peace, and feel a sense of connectivity. And it almost feels like familiar, to the point that it feels like it's family, but it could be anything. And it just feels like memories that really bring pleasure. So what is the action required? And it's the reversed Nine of Wands. And maybe we're saying we're not able to do this, that maybe we want to retreat, or maybe we don't feel safe in this situation for some reason. And maybe there's something about looking at, these things, and we're not sure about them. So we're a little bit challenged by them for some reason. It's kind of an odd card to have there in that context. But at any rate, we want to know, will Scorpio be lucky? And they're having wands too. It's wands a palooza. So it means yes, but with a price. And it's the reversed Three of Wands. So I think the price is that you may almost miss this opportunity, or you may, and then, the one that comes right after this isn't exactly the same, but you're willing to take it. You don't want to miss it again. Okay, we're going to move on to Sagittarius then. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sagittarius, what is the challenge or opportunity for you this week? And it's going to be a challenge because it seems like you're going to have some unexpected things happening that won't exactly be lucky for you. It's the full reverse, and it will feel like, you're either in the wrong place at the wrong time, or you're making certain kinds of mistakes, or things like that. And you seem to be having a couple unintended pratfalls happening here or there too in this week. A lot of this is about emotionals. It's not really like, just your everyday stuff. It may be you're saying the wrong things to people. So there's a sense of tact being off. Or it's the vibe level even. So what is the action required? And it may have to be that you have to realize that maybe when this happens, it's in your head. It's the Eight of Swords upright. And this seems to always stand for the way we let things that we think about seem to rule us, or control us, or make us understand an illusion that isn't really there. And so maybe that's what's going on, is that you may be imagining that these things are unexpected, but maybe you just missed a clue that really was there. So you have to think about that. Now, Sagittarius, will you get lucky? And we're continuing with Wands. You get the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is upright. So I think the idea is that you have to really use as much charm as possible. Be brave and confident, and really press the advantage if you have one. So we'll move on to Capricorn now. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And what is the opportunity or the challenge for the Capricorns? It's the Ten of Cups. Something really is going to bring a sense of closure to something that already is pretty emotionally happy for you. And, it sounds like, it might be connected to your family, or to a strong sense of a family kind of relationship with friends or with other people maybe. It really feels like there's a closure, like you've completed something, and you've arrived really at a very pleasant place to be at. So what is the action required then? And it's the Ace of Pentacles, but the Ace is reversed. So the action required maybe is perhaps to slow things down a little bit in some way, and to realize that although you may have completed this process, there's still going to be movement ahead, and that it may not be the same as what it was. It may move a little bit more rocky now that you're moving, now that you've completed something. There's still going to be movement. And of course, Capricorn, will you be lucky? And no, it's the Eight of Swords again. And it's mostly because maybe you sort of want to hold yourself back. You want to maybe feel like, you want to be alone right now. Call it an illusion if you want, but it just seems to be that you're not looking at it as getting lucky. You're sort of looking at it as holding on to your personal biz. So we'll move on from there to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Aquarius, what is your challenge or your opportunity? Well, dang, it's the Lovers, so that's pretty good. You have a challenge or opportunity to emotionally be involved in something that is essentially the right course forward. Like, it could be, like I said, for Capricorn, sort of like the completion or finalization of feeling like you have made your choice, you're moving forward with that. So what is the action required then? And it's the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Rings, but it's upright this time. So the action required is to build strongly on this, that there's needs to be a sense of something physical here. So you might want to, if this is a choice about romance, romantic encounters, maybe something needs to be mutually owned or mutually involved between the members of the relationship. So that could just be projects or situations, that could be work together of some sort. But it could be things like, renting an apartment together or owning a car together or something else. I don't know. Kind of interesting. Now, will you be lucky, Aquarius? And it says good luck. It's the Magician. And I think this is saying, really, it's up to you in terms of how you want to press your advantage if you have one here. The Magician sounds like a person who's able to convince people that what he's doing is not necessarily what he really is doing. So in ways of emotions or romance, it could be somebody who's trying to have an edge out there over something else in a relationship. If you're trying to get lucky, then maybe you have to be a little trickier. I know, it's kind of cliche, but we'll leave it at that. And now Pisces, Earth, or Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the opportunity or challenge, Pisces? It's the Three of Wands. It's upright. The Three of Wands seems like there's an opportunity in itself. I mean, that's what the question is here, really. To maybe really find your way into doing something that maybe is not totally rare to you, but it's not something that you do all the time. And maybe just feels like, once again, it really is a destination, like it says there. So, gee, Pisces, what is the action required then? And it's the Eight of Cups reversed. And this may say that you're really not ready for this thing yet. If this is really about, trying to move yourself ahead in some ways, maybe you're really not ready for it. Maybe you need to see an opportunity that is not taking you somewhere so dramatically. Opportunities that are more within your grasp or reach is what I think it is. I think an Eight of Cups reverse kind of has that energy that maybe you're not ready for that next stage there. So let's leave it at that, Pisces, and find out what is, if you are going to be lucky. And it says, good luck. And it's the Wheel of Fortune, so it's almost the same thing too. Good luck. The Wheel of Fortune will move in your direction. It may not move exactly as fast as you want, but it's going to move in your direction eventually. If not in this week for the remains of this reading, at some point it will. Trust me. All right, so that wraps it up. I want to tell everybody that, of course, this Saturday, we will be here at our normal time for happy hour. Happy hour will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. On Sunday morning, Banshee Show, the Material Matters, will be on also. That will be at 10 a.m. It's not a live show like Happy Hour. It is pre-recorded, but we are live in the chat room. And we usually have a bit of a chat there going on. So you're welcome to join our chat. We have all kinds of fun there talking about all kinds of things. Later on Sunday will be our regular live stream for Sunday, starting off the new week. And that's from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like all our shows. And then we start off a whole new week after that. So until next time, thank you for watching my show, The Emotional Exchanges, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.